Hello sheep friends, welcome back to BRG. Long time no see, sorry about that. Wanted to just come on here and do a quick video. We weaned lambs yesterday and oh Bubba, that was not a good choice. Come over here. We weaned our lambs yesterday. We got about 60 some. 40 of them are used, which is exciting for us. Still in the growing phase of our operation, and like 26 or something are little withers. So yeah, they are going to be doing well. We had bunks out with the sheep already supplementing, and so they are used to these bunks. Ryan said he fed them yesterday evening and they did just great and cleaned up everything. Have a little bit of alfalfa in here. The reason we're keeping them in the corral versus putting them out to pasture is because we went ahead and wormed everybody yesterday. And I want to talk about that just a little bit. We wormed all of them, checked eyes on all of them. Here is our more like sick pen. These guys were light pink, if not closer to white. And so I wanted to keep them in a separate pen, treat them a little bit more special, and yeah, keep a better eye on them versus putting them out here. And then when we put them out on pasture, if they go downhill or something, I want them close. So anyways, they are going to be in a separate pen for a little bit. But I had a sheep friend come out the other day. He's a lot more experienced than I am. We were telling him that a lot of our ewes, our lambs, were doing just fine, like pink eyelids and everything, but we did go ahead and worm everybody. Our theory was we, just because of the stress of weaning, we wanted them to be wormed. That's what we did, I think, with our last group. After that, we just spot treat ewes and write down numbers. So I mean, our ewe flock, like less than 10 of them have had wormer. Just when they present like super like big symptoms of barber pole worm or something, we'll treat them. But yeah, worming is not our normal thing that we're doing, like, you know, multiple times a year, which is something that we want to keep at the top of our list of things for our operation, to make sure that we're not worming them all the time, that we have animals that could tolerate a worm load and get over it while they're out on pasture. So in the future, we probably won't be worming all of the lambs, but since we did do that, they're in here for a couple of days so they can drop those worms in the corral, and then we can move them on out to pasture. I don't have the fence set up fully, but they are going to a little 3-acre lot that we have right over here. And on the north side here, we got cows on the south side, but the north side here, we are gonna put up netting and put them out there and supplement with some alfalfa and stuff, and probably have them weaned off for about a month and then put them back into the ewes. I'll let you know if that stays the same plan or not. Last little thing I wanted to talk about was our livestock guardian dog that we have in here. So this is Piper. She is our third livestock guardian dog. She, the other two that I have, they were from the same breeder in Missouri, and they were 1.5 years apart, but they kind of seem bonded to each other. They're ones that we can't touch. Piper is a lot more friendly. She's been in some of my other videos talking about how we won't have a Pyrenees in the future because she's Great Pyrenees mixed with Anatolian. I thought that would be fine. That's what our other ones were, but she is just too much for us. And she's still young. I think she's just at 1 year old. But yeah, she's just too much. So we can handle her, you know, and put a collar on her and catch her where we can't with our others. So I went ahead and caught her, and she'll be going in the netting with those these lambs, just so we have extra protection on them, which is exciting. I'm very happy you know, as much problems as she's caused in her puppy phase. She's developing well, and I'm excited to be able to have a dog that can separate from the sheep flock and still be okay. If you guys didn't know, I mean, your dogs get very stressed. Like if we were to try to do that with one of our other dogs, which would be super hard, just trying to separate them and put them with these lambs. But if we were to do that, oh my goodness, I think that dog would probably break out of netting, or I don't know. It would just be a mess because they're just bonded to the sheep, the ewes, and bonded to each other. Those dogs, I mean, not that they are like super attached to each other, like they still do their job, but they would not do well being away from the sheep or each other, where Piper can survive. So that's good. She is in here just on a leash. We just fed her food. Not super thrilled about that, hand feeding her for the next month, but maybe that'll motivate me to get a second feeder built for these dogs, because the feeder is out with the other two and the flock. But I have her on a leash because she's just an escape artist. I am going to patch a couple more areas in this corral. As you can see, this poor corral needs a lot of love, but that's just not at the top of the priority list, because as a farm, you know, you have a lot of things that are on the list to do. No. Now you tell her no. Say no. You can pet her though. So I need to patch up over here, and then I think I'm gonna probably put wire along here, because lambs are lambs, and it needs to be done anyways. They're, like I said, they're only gonna be in here for another day and a half, if that. But this corral needs to be secure if we want to put the sheep in here overnight and know that they're gonna stay. These areas are just a little too patchy for me, and I need security. So Abraham and I are gonna work on that, and then we will go do other things on the farm. I guess if you've made it this far, the reason that we've been away is because our family is expecting our 5th little baby. So into my 2nd trimester, but you know, health of myself and the baby takes first priority and trying to sleep and survive the 1st trimester is why I've been away, and hoping to make more videos for you guys and get back into the swing of things until baby arrives. Then that's a whole nother thing. So, well, anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any suggestions for the worming of lambs, like when they're freshly weaned, put them in the comments so people can see them. I'll be making more videos coming up on Australian whites and different things like that. So be sure you're subscribed. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.